So today, this isn't just War Thunder. We're going to talk actual stories actually happened in Bosnia and AS90 gun regiment. So, why did the British build the AS90? There's a myriad of different answers to that, but the main one that we all know is that the Brits built the AS90 to shell France. Thousands will dispute it, but that's the truth. So I served in Bosnia in 1998, just after the day peace accord was signed. We used to deploy around the country. It's the first of, originally in Bosnia was peacekeeping missions with United Nations. That didn't really do a lot. Guys that I work with that deployed with the United Nations, they come under fire from one of the warring factions, and they couldn't return fire. So they would have to get on the sat phone, ring New York, ask for an emergency United Nations council meeting. They would have the meeting, they'd get back to them and say, yes, you can return fire. This could potentially take, 1 to 2 days. For anyone that knows, a firefight potentially can only last minutes. You're either dead or you're out of you extract yourself, and that's what the lads did. They extract. So United Nations, kind of a waste of time. I did deploy on a United Nations mission, but luckily our government didn't agree with United Nations rules of engagement, and we had our own peace enforcement. So the AS90 was a peacemaker. It was there to show the power of NATO and what it can do. So with this gun, you can put a ton of TNT on target in 10 seconds. So 10 seconds to fire, time of flight depends on the range, but within 10 seconds, a gun battery can fire a ton of TNT. That's a whole lot of hurt raining down on your head. And as I said in the last video, we used to do 5-hour demonstrations, we would tow actual Yugoslav army equipment, which take it out of the cantonment sites, take it onto the range in Glamoch and blow it up. We would have helicopters just like this. They would come in and fire Hellfire missiles at tanks, blow them up. We would use, we had Hungarian BMP-3s. Man, they move. And they would be our scouts for our battle group. They would move in, do the scouting stuff, fire their missiles, shoot their 30mm cannon, and retreat, and then we would fire the guns and blow everything up. So awesome. Also, the interesting part about our range was it was mined, so you couldn't really do anything or go anywhere into the wild blue yonder, so to speak, full of mines. So yeah, often you get crazy soldiers, friends of mine, not saying myself, would go and stand with their feet either side of the mine and take a picture. Not advisable, however, when you're young, dumb, and full of bullshit and bluster, I should say. Yeah, we did some cool shit. There was another time where I nearly got eaten by a wolf, or the chaps tried to feed me to a wolf, I should say. We were on a patrol in a village in the we walk around at night patrolling, and the people there, they breed wolf dogs. So they're part wolf, part dog, and these things are massive. Like, I'm over 6 foot and it comes up to the chest. And so we're walking past this house that the boys, this wolf dog just comes ripping out and trying to eat us. And so I'm lining up my rifle to take a shot, and the boys push me towards the wolf dog to save themselves. Yeah, not happy. Was not a happy chappy. There was lots of swearing, lots of cursing, and nearly had to change my undies from the giant wolf dog that tried to eat it. So in the Balkans, that too is a thing that you have to worry about. Something that we never really thought about, never having encountered wolves before. But due to some of the things that went on in the Balkans, the carnivorous animals, so to speak, you've got to taste the people. And so yeah, you had to be wary of wolves. One of the ladies that used to do our laundry, we used to have to take her home in winter so she didn't get eaten by the wolves. Food for thought, team. Food for thought. Being a member of a gun crew, you're super tight. You live in each other's pockets, and the most important piece of kit on the AS90, which I failed to mention in the last video. Anyway, guess it's the boiling vessel. All British vehicles have a BB, and while we love the BB is you can heat up your food. You've got a brew, so when you're boiling the bad rations, as you're driving along, you load up all the crew's food in the BB. You're driving along, the BB's boiling away, cooks all your food. You pull it out, you've got hot food, hot brew. It is one of the best morale, other than the stories that get told. It's one of the best morale items that I've ever come across. The old boiling vessel. So guns don't take on tanks. Just to let everyone know this. So, yes, we're playing War Thunder. It is a game. We're doing cool stuff, but artillery guns aren't there to attack or take on tanks. And tanks, for that matter, don't take on guns. They've normally got a mission to complete, and attacking the gun regiment just means that you're going to take losses for nothing. It's not worth a tank's time to try and take out a gun regiment, and guns can't hurt tanks. We hurt them in the game, but in reality, the ammunition natures, they can't touch a tank. And if you see on the outside of the AS90, you see the 5 bins, 5 large square bins. Those are for turtle packs. The British Army have, for armoured crew members, have turtle packs. They're specially designed to fit in those bins. So all the crew's equipment, personal equipment, is stored in those bins. Just as an idea of size, the inside of that turret to the roof is about 7 feet high. So from standing on the floor inside of the turret to trying to touch the roof is 7 feet. I don't have to, I'm over 6 foot and I don't have to duck. The only time I have to crawl in is through the hatches, the back door, and to get inside them. So if you looked in the, you can see in the x-ray, there's a hydraulic power unit, or I believe it's called a hydraulic power unit, whatever War Thunder calls it, to traverse the turret, etc., etc. If that goes down, and it says you can't fire it with the rammers head or whatever, you can. What happens is you put a bar through the breech, and there's 2 of you, the 2 loaders. You can manually ram and manually lift the breech to close it. You've got handles to traverse. Everything can be done manually inside the AS90. So I suppose if the turret ring's damaged, like as it happens in the game, then yeah, you're not going to traverse the turret. Also, I've dedicated this video to the boys we lost in Afghanistan, Timor, the boys we lost to suicide, and Bosnia. So later on you'll see some names. Just remember, guys, like and subscribe. Really does help the channel. helps us achieve the aim, monetization and growth. So there's some of the boys that I knew personally who died. And just there, I got a double kill with an HE round. Thought it was pretty shiny. Best effort yet. So if you hit the right spot, it's pretty hit and miss with the AS90, but if you hit the right spot, it's pretty much all over. On an AS3, you've got to hit the mantlet. The mantlet and the view slots on the top of the tank. Sorry guy. You get nothing. So, direct fire. Guns can direct fire. However, it's not really the thing that they do. So AS90s were designed to avoid Russian artillery, so they are shoot and scoot. Drive, fire, drive away. The West built things to the Russians' lies. So the Russians said they built something to do X. It didn't, but the West scared does. So that's why the AS90s do it so well in Ukraine. And I can't really go into the details of what it can do, but yeah, it's an awesome piece of kit. So this is part 2. We'll go again next time. Thanks team, remember, like and subscribe.